And it was 2 years ago when a country found hope and found freedom and found a future that they believed in. The Fed tried to kill me. Not today, Jerome, not today, not today. I want you guys to know that Strike, for everything that we are, we care. And we're here, and now we're officially global, and I'm so fucking proud of that. Two and a half years ago, the great COVID monetary expansion began, and the Federal Reserve started to inflate the supply of the US dollar faster than they ever had before. It was 2.5 years ago when the White House issued an official statement on inflation for the months and the years that were ahead. Also 2.5 years ago, there was a really small town in El Salvador that was running on a full circular Bitcoin economy and inspiring themselves and inspiring their country. And it was also 2.5 years ago when I went and visited those people and I got to experience it. And it was 2 years ago, I was on this stage, actually. This exact same stage in this exact same spot. And it was 2 years ago when a country found hope and found freedom and found a future that they believed in, and they took a stand and told the world that they were going to fight for something. And they didn't say that they were right, and they didn't know if they were wrong, but they put their foot in the ground 2 years ago. Within the last 2 years, despite a lot of harm that's been done to derail a lot of that hope and a lot of that future that seemed to inspire billions of people in the world, this room and this industry and this community kept building. And the open network got bigger and stronger and better. And grassroots adoption of Bitcoin in the global south kept organically growing. And now, the Federal Reserve has hiked rates faster than they ever had before. They've made history in the mismanagement of the monetary policy. Dollar-based assets have never been held less by central banks around the world, and it's not being replaced by other currencies. Gold is back. And we're living in a very scary time, and the result of this has crushed emerging markets, and this has crushed the global south, and there are places around the world and real people around the world that are living through a tremendous amount of hyperinflation in very difficult times. And all of this crypto promise is now dying in the United States of America. And more people found hope in Bitcoin. And more people joined the Open Lightning Network. And small countries are changing their narrative and their quality of life. I just thought it was so real, it was so authentic, and this was never about the price these last 2.5 years. It was always about hope. Before any announcement, before any of this stuff, I felt it in those meetings, I felt it in that country. It was about freedom, it was about inclusion, it was about equality, it was about access, and it was about freedom and justice for all. It always has been and it always will be. We obviously talked about the country's interest in making Bitcoin legal tender, but that wasn't just the ambition. There's a lot that the global south wants to do with Bitcoin. And for us as a company, and I know a lot of you guys in this room have been very frustrated because this is where we're operative right now, Strike, and this has never been enough. And I used to talk to them 2.5 years ago about how we can deliver financial products to the global south in a very honest, equitable, Bitcoin-only way. And so it was never enough. And I've been working with Salvadoran regulators, with the Bitcoin office there, and they've been building a framework and a licensing structure for Bitcoin companies that want to serve billions of people and want to take it further than just a country and legal tender and actually give people more hope despite the Sam Bankman-Frieds, despite the Federal Reserve, spread the Lightning Network and Bitcoin further and farther than ever. And the country's been to their word, and it was awesome to work with them. So I was able to sneak it by the media. I didn't call it strike, I called it my favorite chess move. But we got New York Times and not smart enough to catch that one. And we recently got our license. The little country that could, that's E4, that's our license, and that's our headquarters for what is now officially, as of this morning, Strike going global and global expansion. So Strike is available to 3 billion people. It's really amazing, and if you look at this map, it's a lot of the global south, Central America, South America, lots of Africa, India's in there. We're so proud of it, and it's been 2.5 years in the making, and the global south has a lot to do with Bitcoin. They have a lot to say for where the world is going, and we're living in a country right now where the SEC is fighting with Brian Armstrong, and we're going global, headquartered out of El Salvador. It's really fucking awesome, man. It's really a beautiful thing. So 3 billion people can now download Strike today, and it's amazing. It's amazing. When we thought about a global money app as a company, and we thought about what it meant to serve billions of people, we had to change. We had to change a lot. I love this quote. It's an artist I love. I have to change to stay the same. And as we were getting our license approved and headquartered out of El Salvador, which by the way, I hope every Bitcoin company goes and does. I know Fold is going down there. I know Swan is going down there. This is not a Strike only thing. I encourage this entire industry. If you want to serve moral, equitable, honest, hopeful products to the global south, you should go down to El Salvador and get a headquarters. They're happy to support your products. It's awesome. We want to serve billions of people. We looked ourselves in the mirror and we needed to be a lot different. So I'm going to go through not only the fact that we're available to 3 billion people right now, but we change a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. I mean every font, every single pixel. We took a look in the mirror and we needed to be more punk. You know, punk isn't a music genre. Punk isn't a color. Punk is an energy. Punk is an attitude. We needed to be more unconventional. We needed to test the boundaries, test the limits. I wear hoodies on TV. I curse a lot. I push the world. We needed to build beautiful products. When I travel through the global south, the most beautiful app they have is Instagram. Their Bank America app is trash. Their Western Union app is garbage. And we wanted to build something beautiful, that it's not pretty in the beast, it's beauty in the beast. There's a depth to beauty. There's an attention to detail that the word beauty carries. We needed to be Bitcoin. It's who we are, and it's why we're all here. And we needed to embrace openness and open networks. And that doesn't just mean Bitcoin, the internet, and Nostr. It's the Statue of Liberty. It's Aaron Schwartz. It's all that encompasses and all that carries. We took our typography that I picked in my room, Cosmic Sands looking typography, and we changed it, and we made it stand for something. It's clean, it's beautiful, but it's punk, and it's all caps because we're here and we're not afraid of who we are. And we took our website and we gave it a purpose and a meaning. And you know, really, we took inspiration from everyone around us. It was a beautiful exercise to go through what a global money app really means to the world. Right? Chase can't serve 3 billion people. Venmo can't serve 3 billion people. And we internalized that. And we used it to inspire us. And we used it to drive change. And we really dared ourselves to not be afraid to fight for who we are and what's right. The Fed tried to kill me. Not today, Jerome, not today, not today. Stack sats. You want to see the hoodie? So we got new markets, 3 billion more people. We take our brand and what we stand for and what we fight for, and we hope Bitcoin's proud of us. And we want to push the limits. And now, look at this little fella. He's going to go take us and show us around the product. We made a lot of product changes to support what we hope to become an amazing global money app. this is actually what they're accustomed to. On the bottom left is Binance. This is what they see when they go try and buy assets on Binance. It's a lot of trading screens, it's limit orders, it's leverage. Obviously FTX, a lot of people in Africa lost a lot of money to that fucking scumbag. And Coinbase, I mean, they're really enticing and soliciting speculative gambling. The slide isn't blown up, but it says you can get $200 to get started buying Oh My God coin. And so we thought it was really, really important that we were not an exchange, is that we're a money app. So this is the new Strike app. This is live. Everyone can update their Strike app, and all 3 billion people can now download it. And we made sure that it was a money app, and it wasn't an exchange. We wanted it to feel like a wallet. And so we start there. It was really important to the Global South that we gave cash and Bitcoin balances. We let you make Lightning payments with your cash or your Bitcoin. I know that this is a widely talked about topic of discussion. And so this is really cool, is when I go to make a Lightning payment, the app actually is kind enough and generous enough to ask me and say, hey, Jack, do you want to make this payment with your cash or your Bitcoin? Look at that. And I can decide on the spot, on every Lightning invoice if I want. Of course I can default it, but I get to decide. I actually would like to spend my cash and save my sats, or I want to support a circular economy and spend my Bitcoin. And to 3 billion people, this is very, very important, is that Strike gives you the functionality to actually save in Bitcoin, use cash over Lightning, use this open monetary network, and as many people, serving 3 billion people is going to be hard. This was super important. And then we also allow people to receive in whichever one they want. So you can go in your settings, you can set your default settings. So I want to receive all payments to me in cash, or I want to receive all payments to me in Bitcoin. We support Lightning Address, we support NIP5, and so now every single Strike user and the billions that come, it's live right now. So even if you're a US user, it's live, and you can go to your username at strike.me and we support Lightning Address. And so this is a really fucking cool product. We're delivering a cash balance that the Global South can rely on amidst times of volatility. And we're giving an awesome, beautiful, punk, unconventional, really daring black and white brand to billions of people as the Fed is driving our own banks in a lot of emerging markets insolvent. My point is the product that we want to build and that we want to deliver, we want to compete with Binance. And I want to be super clear about that. The role that we want to serve in the market and what I told the regulators in El Salvador is this: we don't want this to just be a Lightning wallet. We know that the 3 billion people we're serving, they got their first experience and their first Bitcoin from FTX, from Binance, from a lot of these exchanges that haven't been totally proven to be trustworthy and honest, and haven't totally proven that they have the best interest of hope and the equitable, honest, principled, moral future that we're all fighting for. And so we'll be offering on and off ramps, and we'll be going in as many countries as we possibly can. The 3 billion wasn't made out of any particular decision other than what we're most comfortable with today. I want to make the point really quickly that, as a company, we know what we're fighting for. The story that I told over the last 2.5 years, and juxtaposing that against the Fed, against crypto, against banks failing and people being defrauded. We know who we are. We changed the way we looked, but we never changed the way we felt. But we don't know exactly what you guys all need. And we know that launching to 3 billion people is going to be challenging, and I just want you guys to know that we're all listening. So a lot of the stuff on the screen, we were able to get some of it, and we know we're not done. And so be patient with us. Be honest with me. You're never going to hurt my feelings. And I want you guys to know that Strike, for everything that we are, we care. And we're here, and now we're officially global, and I'm so fucking proud of that.